Marky, just following up from the game in Columbus, one of the things Nico said is that's just one game. We've got to do something about our next game. You guys come out here tonight, assert your game. I mean, just how encouraging is that to, have that little bit of 1-2 punch there?
Good. I mean, I think the third period in Columbus was really good, and then we kind of build off that, and that was kind of the turning point for us, and we got to keep going. It's a hectic schedule. It's a lot of games, and and every guy and every player on every team is going to be tired. You just got to keep pushing and push a little harder. And today we played a great game for 60 minutes, and it's huge.
When you sort of see some of these guys start getting their goals, getting that monkey off their back, do you feel a sense of levity kind of building around this team that we can just play, or you know what I mean, maybe holding sticks a little less tight?
Oh, I score a bunch in practice every day, so I'm not worried about that. They're good players and good goal scorers, and we got a ton of guys in this team that can put the puck in the back of the net, and I feel like it's just a matter of time.
I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but at the end of the first period, keeping that puck out of the net, what does that mean mentally, just to go into the break 2-0 and just not to have them get a late period goal?
Nothing, just 2-0 instead of 2-1. That's game moves on. You got to just forget about it and move on, and next puck, even if you save it or let it in, and kind of stay even keel mentally, and it's big picture, and that's you fighting with your mental game as a goalie a lot, because you're standing by yourself, but that's just how it is. So always next puck.
How about the boys around you, keeping the rebounds away and making sure they cleared it at the end of that period?
Yeah, they're playing. We're playing great, and today defensively we played really structured game, and they didn't have much at all, and this is it's fun to play like this and win 4-1.
It just seemed like there was a different level of confidence today. Are you seeing that from your vantage point as well?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's easy to say that confident looked higher when we scored 4, and in the past. But I feel like like I said before, the Columbus game, the third period is good talks in the room, and then we go out and we play that way, and we score three quick goals, and I feel like that was the turning point, and then you just gotta ride it and keep it.
Thank you, Marky.
Thanks, guys.
Pesce, one of the things that after that game in Columbus that Nico really talked about was that third period can be our turning point here, and the way to do it is to build off of it in this next game. Does it feel like, you guys made good on that with just the way you came out and played that full 60 minutes that we talked about?
Yeah, we did. Talked a lot about how it's a new year coming up, 2026, and to come back in Columbus like that was, I think, just a huge morale boost for our group, and a shot of confidence, and it's awesome to see us kind of rolling right into today's game with it.
One of the things, obviously you guys get that goal support, so I'm sure it's easier to stay within your defensive structure, not having to open things up a bit, but just how key was that for you guys today to play so sound defensively?
Yeah, huge. Starts with Marky. He's unbelievable again. Can't say enough about that guy. Game could have maybe been a little closer without him making some crazy saves. But yeah, overall, I thought we had, we were sound defensively. We protected the middle of the ice pretty well. They got a lot of skill on that team, so I think we managed it well.
I know you're taking everything from every moment, but is this a game where you just have to remember, if we play like this, we can be an unstoppable?
Yeah, exactly. There's still a lot of confidence in this group. I've talked about it a lot, but we just play with our structure and play 60 minutes too. I think that's huge. You've kind of seen it in spurts this whole year, but in order to win and be successful in this league, you got to play a full 60.
You mentioned the confidence. Did it feel like it was maybe just a different level today as opposed to how it's been over the last few?
Yeah. Like I said, that Columbus game was big for us. To come back the way we did in that fashion, and to get that boost of confidence was huge for our group. And there's a lot of hockey left, right? A lot of things can happen. So we just gotta take every game for what it is, and just trust our process.
On that Bratter goal, were you trying to hit it off the end boards to him back there?
No, absolutely not. Yeah, No, I wish I was that good, but no, not a chance.
It's okay, it all ended up. It ended up fine. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks, Pesce.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Just the start alone was something good to see, especially in this building.
Yeah, we were excited being back home again, and we got the type of start we wanted. Get some good ozone shifts, get some pucks to the net, creating some chaos there, and we got some goals out of that. So, yeah, we got a good start.
So you jump on them, and then at the end of the first period, Markstrom gets you into the period 2-0. How big was that just psychologically?
Yeah, I mean, Marky was great today. It really gave us that confidence in the net that we know he can give us, and came up with some really big saves in key moments, and especially end of the periods when we really needed him. So it was great to see him playing like that. It was helped us win the game.
You guys are generating a lot of offense, but you're also sticking to your defensive game and the defensive structure. How important was that just to have those two things come together at the same time for this group as you continue to build?
Yeah, really important. I mean, obviously the way we ended the last game was something that we were really happy about, and something that we wanted to bring into today. And I think that the overall offensive mindset combining with the defense structure was something that we wanted to do, and have something that becomes sustainable, that can make us go on a little run here, and create something that we know that we can do every game. What
do you feel was maybe the most impressive thing that you guys did in the third period to them, really not giving them anything, maybe up until that penalty that, right? Like,
yeah, I think after the first period we talked about that their speed and their transition game in the neutral zone is something that we kind of struggle with a little bit. We let them in on a lot of zone entries easily, and they got to carry the puck to the neutral zone. I think that in the second and third we kind of shut that down a little bit. We stayed above them. We kind of took away their time and space. We didn't let their skilled guys transport the puck as well as they did in first, and I think that's why we stayed successful.
I think one of the significant things here is that you guys follow up the game in Columbus, or the third period in Columbus, with a performance like this. One of the things that Nico said after that game was, that's just one moment, but it's what happens next that's the most important here. So how valuable is this lesson right now?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about never being satisfied. It's one game, and it was great, but if you want to do something sustainable, you got to do it over and over and over again. And I think that's the hard thing to do in a league like this. So for us now, it's just to, clear our heads. Obviously take away the good things and the positive mindset that we have in the group and the feeling that we have in the room. But it's going to be a good challenge tomorrow that we got to be ready for.
Special teams was really special today.
Yeah, no, it was good. We talked about our power play being a game changer for the team, and bring a lot of momentum to the group, and PK as well did a great job, and it's what wins you games.
Jesper, you guys have talked a lot recently about just the process and everything like that, and just we've all seen the chances you guys have been generating, but obviously they haven't gone in. Today, you guys scoring in droves, basically, how satisfying was that?
Yeah, hard work pays off. When you work on things consistently and you put a lot of effort into certain things, after a while it's going to go in, and it might be one game, it might be 10, it might be 40. So just for ourselves to trust the process and the work that we put into things, to make sure that right now and then moving on this season, we just continue getting better and better, and we get ready to play our best hockey.
I don't know if you get to see it, but Nico's taking a beating there in the front of the net. You just slide right behind and put the puck in. How appreciative are you of that?
Well, of course, he does so many things that doesn't always come in on the scoreboard and things like that for himself. And he's such a great player. Just for him taking himself to tough areas of the ice where maybe everyone doesn't see, but when you play with a guy like that, you just appreciate everything that he does so much. And that's why he's the driving force for this team.
Thanks, Bratt.
How good was it to see? I don't know if you took the momentum from the Columbus game, but just to get off to a good start, and you see, Nico in front of the net causing havoc, and Bratt scores that first goal.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to play with the lead, great to build the lead. All the ingredients that you need to win. So, I thought it was pretty clean game. Not our best game, not a perfect game by any means, but did more than enough to put ourselves in a spot to win, and I thought we managed it well.
What did you think about the end of the first when Markey made those unbelievable saves there to kind of send you into the period without a late goal and a 2-0 lead? Yeah,
it's big. Our goaltending's been outstanding all through this, and it's good. Those guys. It's good for us to give them some run support. Like you mentioned, even tonight, it's a different game. If Markey doesn't make those types of saves, to get us through that first period. It's all important. You need all those elements. Goaltending's great. Power play gets one in for us. Penalty kill's perfect. Safer, obviously. We gave one up at the end there, but we get through the game because of the work the penalty kill did in the first and second on those kills. and they're not really in the game as a result.
You mentioned all those little elements, but did it feel that really maybe after that first period, your team had a better handle on handling their neutral zone play, maybe staying above a little bit more? It seemed like that really sort of shifted things for you
We got
guys.
better in that area for sure. I thought there was periods in the first where they win the shift. They're a highly skilled team, and if you don't manage the game really well and kind of almost play with that second period mindset in all three periods in terms of managing the game and getting on their half of the ice, then they make it hard on you. You look at a lot of the sort of the controlled entries that they had, the scoring chances that they had, a lot of them came where we couldn't get out of our zone clean. We just have to kind of throw it out to the neutral zone, and now we're trying to get people off the ice and make a line change, and so the structure's not there. So they were just kind of driving the puck right back at us. That was the part I didn't like about the first, and felt if we didn't get that fixed, second would be real tough for us. So I thought we did a good job of that in the second and the third. I mean, right up to the penalty, I thought the third period's probably as good as you could ask for in that situation. So to that end, it's nice to get the game, in control like that and finish it.
We've talked so much this season about just like line-to-line shift connectivity. I mean, is that sort of a prime example of how that first goal really played out for you guys with the work that Timo did, Dougie did, and then sort of fresh legs come on and sort of finish it off? Yeah,
for sure. I think that's a good example. I thought, looking at it, I believe it's both goals that we scored there in that first period, came after result or as a result of finishing plays defensively on our half of the ice. Getting the puck back quickly, going in. Whether it's the first goal, we kill a play, drive it in. I mean, Jack makes a world class play to get us through the neutral zone and get us that controlled entry on the far side. And then it's textbook type stuff in terms of those guys coming together offensively in the O zone. So that was great. And then on the second goal, same thing. I think we killed the play just inside our blue line on the rush and transition the other way. Timo gets the opportunity. So, that's what we're talking about. Quicker we defend, we're going to get opportunities going the other way. So it's good, and it's good to see some pucks fall in. It's funny how it goes. I mean, we liked a lot of the process on the first goal, but it's a puck below the goal line that hits off a skate and goes in for us. Timo's shot, maybe they get a little stick on that one. Dougie's shot's a bad angle, goes in. The power play goes off our skate. These haven't been going our way for quite a while. It's nice to see that happen, and it's amazing how much better you feel about yourself and your game when that occurs. Because reality is, I don't know if we were that much better today than we have been in previous games. It's just pucks are going in. Everything just starts to go a little bit the other way, and you get these results. That's what I'm talking about. It's been way closer than you think. It's never as bad as you think it is, and like tonight, it's probably not as good as you think it is either. But that's why we just stay with our process.
And is that just maybe because there's a more sense of confidence in a game like today, right from puck drop, as opposed to maybe starting on your heels a bit?
But yeah, I mean, you're less fragile, I guess is kind of what you're saying. We've been playing from behind a lot, and a lot of that is, to me, it's not even because we've been starting poorly. If you look at our starts, how we've played in the first 5 minutes of almost every game we've played for a long time now, we're controlling the shots on goal. We're getting the first few scoring chances. Puck hasn't gone in, so you give more opportunity for the other team to score first, and you're kind of chasing the game, and that's a tough mindset to be in as often as we have. So to win the third period the way we did out in Columbus, and then come in and win a first period here, that goes a long way for the guys, and everything can kind of start falling into place from there, right? A lot of what we talk about is managing the game, controlling play. We're a much harder team to defend when the opposition has to open their game up a little bit. If they have the lead, it's a lot tighter. It's a lot harder for us to get through. So a lot of things go our way when that's the case, when we can score.
And it's only been a couple of games with Jack on the wing for Nico. Is that like a long-term thing for you, or is it day-to-day?
I mean, obviously we're managing Jack right now, right, with him coming back into the lineup, and, he's the situation with his hand and all of that. We like him as a center. I think he's a center. We're a better team when he's playing down the middle. I just don't think we're quite there right now, and I've been before moving him to the wing, with him coming back, it was a lot of changing lines and trying to get different centers out in different situations. And to me, that disrupted our team and our rhythm. I thought we were going pretty good before that time, and just a matter of playing him with, two of our best players, having them hopefully kind of drive a line and get us going offensively, which they did a terrific job of in the first period tonight. But then also just getting greater consistency with the rest of our group. So I think the glass line's been good. I think Mercer's line was good today. Like the Glendenning line as well, with their contributions. So a lot of that kind of happens, I think, with where we're at with having Jack on the wing.
You've talked about your top guys needing to step up. Does that mean even more for the group, not just the big win, but who was scoring?
Yeah, I mean, like those guys, they're drivers of your team. So just talk about the confidence that comes with scoring. So it's important for those guys. Obviously, they can heat up. They're gonna drive a lot of our team, but I don't think we're too picky. I wasn't overly upset, when Gritzik and Luke, were scoring for us the other night. And we'll take them whoever they come from. But I think, those guys, it was just a matter of time for it to start falling in. And if we can get more of that and that continues, then that's great. I mean, that Utah team, since we've seen them last about 5 games ago, they've been, look at them analytically in the last 5 games, they've been the best defensive team in the league in the last 5 games. They haven't given them anything. So it was a challenge for us today, but those guys are feeling it. They're a lot to handle.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Yeah, thanks.